Hey everybody, it's Liz with Liz Art Finds, and we have another haul video for you today. I was not planning on doing a haul. I was planning on doing that ceramics thing I keep talking about, my top 10 ceramics finds. But I got out of work early. I got half a day off on Friday. It was a surprise. I went thrifting. So let's talk about what we got. Some really cool things this week. I'm going to do a little backwards. I'm going to show you what I got at the second place first, and then we'll go back to the first place because I got more high value things at the first place. So let's just get started. All right, so some fun stuff. And of course, I did not plan the order in which I'm going to do this. Some really fun stuff though. So I found a hedgehog or a porcupine. I think it looks more like a hedgehog cheese board. Look at this thing. It's a little cheese slicer. Yeah, and cheese board, and it's made of wood. And what's awesome about this is imported from England. There's only one other one that I could find, and it's on Etsy right now. It's a company called Stowe Green. And this was seemingly made for a restaurant or something because it says Bourton Industrial Park, Bourton on the Water, and that's like Cheltenham, England. It has their phone number, it has the patent number, etc., etc. So yeah, it's really, really super cute. So I paid $3.99 for this. The one on Etsy was listed at $35. They've recently marked it down to $29.99. So I don't know, I should probably be able to get 20 to 25 for it maybe. It's just so unique. I think, you know, and it's a cute little critter, and critters sell, and I just love him. So I picked that up. The next thing I picked up, kind of weird. Sometimes things just strike me. So this is what's known as a tea cozy. It's this quilted warm thing, new with tags. It's got its little hook on it too that you can hang it up. But it's got a tag. It's got it says tea cozy. It's called hanging around because it's all little sloths on it. And basically it goes over your teapot to keep it warm. So you bring your teapot to the table, and it's still got water in it, and you put the little tea cozy over the top, and it keeps it warm. And I paid $2.99 for that. They sell between $13 and $22. There are actually surprisingly quite a few sold. Some just like this, not with the sloths. They have different patterns. And I think the sloths are going to do better than some of the boring patterns. The more eclectic ones sell for higher. But because he's new with tags, I just thought it was a good pickup. So I like to pick up the weird stuff, you know. Okay, next thing I picked up in that second place was this pottery mug. I think this is probably the most expensive thing that I got. I mean, not most expensive to me. It cost me 99 cents. The most valuable piece that I got. This is a really nice handmade pottery. I would call it a soup mug. It can be just a regular mug or cappuccino mug, something like that. It's a company called Row Pottery. It is stamped or created 1992. So this is very vintage. And his stuff sells really, really well, and high prices. So I paid 99 cents for this beautiful stoneware mug, and they sell 25 to 30. Pretty consistently. I haven't seen one this exact pattern, but I've seen the shape with different design, and I've seen this design on different shapes. And they're pretty consistently in the 25 to 30 on the solds. So Row Pottery, and again, there's nothing on the bottom, but his mark is a stamp over on the side there. Okay, so that was really cool. I don't know where to put it. Okay. All right, the next one was kind of a disappointment. I had a couple of those. I had some corroded battery issues in a couple items. The second one we'll talk about when we talk about the first stop. But this one I picked up based on the fact that I thought if I changed the batteries or, you know, took it apart, that I could get it to work. It is a R2-D2 canister with a Santa hat, and you know, it's just a canister, but in that little compartment there are some tiny little batteries, and it had a screw on it, so I couldn't check anything in the store. I came home, I took it apart, because when I looked it up, it said that it sings Christmas carols when you take the top off. So I'm like, oh my God, that would be the coolest thing, right? So with the, if it were working, they sell for about $39.99, which I was so excited about because I paid $3.99 for it, right? So it would be a really nice, nice flip. It's in excellent condition, except when I took the top off and I took the batteries out, one of the pins had corroded. So I spent a little time cleaning it, watched some YouTube videos on how to clean corrosion, and this one wasn't that bad, but when I replaced the batteries, it still didn't work. And there's a note on here that says, do not submerge in liquid, not microwave safe. I have a funny feeling someone submerged it in liquid, because everything that I can see works fine, but you would have to take it apart further, someone that really knew their electronics and stuff, to try to fix it. So I think if I just sell it as is, like without the function, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I can double my money, maybe get $9 for it, $8.50, something like that. So it was a gamble. I'm sure I will get my $3.99 back, especially closer to Christmas. But yeah, it wasn't the payoff I was hoping for on that. So, you know, and the thing is, like, if it's an electronic item, they'll usually let you take it back. But anything with batteries, they don't consider electronic. Like, it has to plug in. At least that's what somebody told me at Goodwill. So, yeah, it's not charged as electronic. It's charged as like housewares. And so you can't take it back. So anyway, a little disappointing. But, you know, you win some, you lose some, right? All right, so the next one I found, I may keep. I'm partial to turtles. So it's this really cute little mug. It's got the turtle inside. It's got little turtles on the handle. It's a company called Bookline Hawaii. This pattern is called Honu. And it's just a bunch of little turtles and flowers. And if anybody knows me, it's very me. So I'm debating keeping it. I paid 99 cents for it. It'll sell around $9.99. There are some solds of this exact piece at $9.99. So for that reason, I may flip it, but I really like it. So anyway, we'll see. I do have a lot of mugs already, so I may list that one. So anyway, that was a fun find. All right, so the next one, I ventured over into the stuffed animals section, and this particular Goodwill just has this tiny little bin. And I found this horse. Okay. Now, what's cool about him, he was from Toys R Us. He's still got his tag on him. It's a company called Animal Alley, and it says only at Toys R Us. So it's a Toys R Us brand. It's a horse. It's got a little fake vinyl saddle on it. It's still got its tag in the back. It's in excellent condition, like truly excellent condition. Like someone bought it and put it on a shelf and, or in a toy pile, or, you know, hanging in one of those nets over somebody's bed or something like that. And it just, I don't know, made its way to Goodwill. So it's got little fringes around its feet. He was just super cute. So I paid $2.99 for the horse. They sell between 15 and 25. There's different patterns, different styles that have different prices or different sold prices. I didn't see this one. I don't know, probably $19.99 maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll list him. I may list him a little higher than that and see what happens. But he's in excellent condition. And for those of you who don't know, Goodwill sanitizes all their stuff if that's where you're getting your plush. There's certain places, I mean, I don't know that I would get plush, but they actually tag everything that says that it's secondhand. You know, it's a secondhand thing, but it's been completely and thoroughly cleaned and sanitized. So yeah, he's fantastic. So anyway, I was excited about him. He's just, I don't know, he's just, there's something about this dude, and I think he'll do okay. So I picked him up. Okay, the next thing at this place was the little mini Starbucks Demi-Tasse espresso mug. It's just really cute. I paid 99 cents for it. They sell for $14.99 all day, any day. So yeah, it's cute. This one is dated 2015, so it's not that terribly old. But I do pick up the Starbucks mugs. You know, I do look online and see what they are selling for, the specific ones. I'll take a picture of it and check it. And I'll pick it up if it sells over 10 bucks and it's 99 cents. All right, the next thing I picked up in this place, gosh, I'm showing you a lot of good stuff here. This is a Catzilla canister. It has a top. It is a Christmassy thing. It's a Christmassy canister. It's got cats building snowmen, and it's got, let's see, more cats building snowmen, and the top is just holly and stuff. Whoops, oh shoot, my light just went out. What's going on? Hang on, guys, I don't know what's going on. 1, 2, all right, hopefully it stays on. I'm having issues with my cords. I think I'm okay. All right, so anyway, Catzilla. Not the best thing, but not the worst thing. I paid $4, $3.99 for it. They sell 15 to 25, probably closer to Christmas on this. But he was cute. Gosh, what's going on? All right, y'all. It's not staying on. Not staying on. I don't know, because this one, then the bright one, and then, oh, there's something wrong with the daylights, the night setting. All right, well, I'll be very orange for the rest of this video. We'll try that. All right, may need to get a new ring light. I got this ring light actually at a thrift store probably about a month or two ago now. So I didn't pay a lot for it, and yeah. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. All right, and the last thing I picked up, or a couple more things, I picked up a tie-dye. This is a homemade one that somebody made, but I thought they did such a great job. So it's got purples and greens and blues. Blue is a really tough one with tie-dye. It spreads. So it creeps a lot in the fabric. I had a tie-dye business at one point. And blue dye is just really hard to keep in one place. So that's why you've got this, like that cyan color that's kind of creeped into the purple and the green and all of that. It just does that. But I thought they did a really nice job. So this is a medium. I paid $1.24. That's the other reason I picked it up. It was on special. So I picked it up for $1.24. Tie-dyes these days, you know, depending on the quality of the work, they can go anywhere from $3.99 on up to the hundreds, you know. This particular one, probably closer to 15, I think would be a reasonable amount. You know, it's decent. It's not fantastic. Maybe 12, I don't know, something like that, 12 to 15. The last thing I picked up was for myself. I just picked up a pajama top. It says follow your dreams. I paid $1.87 for it. I'm not counting that in my value today, but I got that for me because I like wearing comfy things, and this fabric is super comfy. All right, now we go on to the good one, the first place I went, and I had so much fun. I have fun no matter what, but I walked in. I'm going to save that for last, actually, so I won't tell you what I saw when I walked in. So let's go to, I'm just going to grab what's in front of me here. This is a little crochet bear. And I only paid, crochet bear, where are you on here? I paid 99 cents for him. So, yeah, somebody made this. They have patterns that you can get and you can make, which is why it doesn't have any tags or anything. Somebody, I believe, made this, and they did such a good job. They gave him different colors for his like sweater, and I don't know. It's just super cute. So amigurumi, I think, amiguru, I don't know. Amiguru, amigurumi. I gotta look that up and see what that means. See if that's like a brand or if that's a type of crochet animal. All the listings had that word in it, and I don't know what it means. But anywho, Crochet Bear Dude, I think they're, 10 to 15, 10 to 13. Most of them were around 13, $11.99, $12.99, the solds. So anyway, for 99 cents, he was too cute to leave in the store, so I brought him home. Okay, so that was that. Okay, so I don't know, I want to save some of the good stuff. So all right, so then I bought some bubble mailers for me to send out some things. So this was an open package. Somebody had taken one. So it's 99 cents, and there are like 7 little tiny bubble mailers in it, which is great if I have some really small things I need to send out. That will actually save me, because I think if you buy these, it's between $4 and $8 or more for a set like this. So 99 cents was a good deal for me. All right, so I think we're going to start with the train. So remember I mentioned corroded batteries. So these are some things to learn. Actually, there's a few lessons in this one little train that we're going to talk about. So the first thing I saw was this. Whoops, this. Now, I am a big Christmas Story fan. That is one of my favorite. If you ask me what my favorite Christmas movie, it is A Christmas Story. It is classic. It is fantastic. I saw this caboose and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And so I looked it up. And there are people selling the caboose for $20. Actually $21, $19.99. So somewhere between $20, $21, $22, something like that. Just as the replacement caboose. When I looked it up, I learned that it was part of a train that had 4 cars. Okay, so this is lesson number 2. I saw this first, and right next to it was this one. Okay, and this one's cool because it also is a train car, but it has like it opens, both of the doors on both sides open, which is really cool, really fun. It's got little scenes from the, I guess it's both on the same, they're the same on both sides, from the movie. So these two were together. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And they were each selling around $20 each. Now they were selling in the store for $1.99 each car. Okay, so there were 4 cars, so 2, 4, 6, 8. I saw 2. This is lesson number 1. The thing said there were 4. So I started digging because there were stuffed animals. The shelves in the toy section were just crazy in that store this particular day. And I found the other 2. So one of them is a coal thing. Now this one normally, I can open it and show you potentially. The top comes off and this is where the batteries go. So this is like the coal car. Can I do it? I had it off earlier because I was cleaning it. All right, so this is where the batteries go. Now, unfortunately, for all of us, unfortunately, there were batteries in here and they were corroded so badly that it was rusted. So the some of the leads and stuff were rusted. I spent probably 2 hours today with vinegar and a Q-tip and some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I was not drinking, although I should have been because this was crazy. Anyway, it was really bad, and I got it really good, or much better anyway. However, one of the springs is missing. I didn't notice that until I put the new batteries in. I went to the store, got new batteries, put the new batteries in, and one of the batteries is sliding around. I'm like, what the heck? So it's missing a spring. So no matter what I did, I could not get it to work. So I don't know if I'm going to sell this particular car, because originally I was going to sell the whole train, and the whole train sells about $80 used. Okay. It's amazing. I was so excited when I found these. So basically my cost into it was $7.96, and I'm looking online and it's like $80. So that's at 10 times your money, and yay. But again, you know, it's kind of a gamble. I did not take this apart in the store and see all the corrosion. I couldn't figure out how to take it apart until I got home and played with it for a little bit. But I think even if I sell the other 3 cars at $20 each, that's still $60, which is fantastic with a $7.96 investment. And this is the front. Merry Christmas. And it's, yeah, so this has a, basically, if it's working, the batteries, this one actually plugs into the front one, and the front one is supposed to light up, and it probably whistles as well. So yeah, I don't know anything about whether this works. I'm assuming it does because, you know, I mean, I don't think this particular piece has its own batteries. I think it just plugs into the one that had all the batteries, and it had 6 batteries. But anyway, just, you know, lesson number 1, look on, you know, look things up. I guess lesson number 1 is look things up, right? So I take a picture of it, I go into the lens, I figure out what it, Google Lens, I figure out what it is, figure out the name. I mean, I knew this was a Christmas Story train. And then you look and see what it's supposed to be, and then it tells you, oh, it's like 4 cars. Like, okay, cool. But then you can run it into eBay, check out the solds, and you know, it's just like, oh my gosh, $80 used. Wow, that's crazy. And then each car, $20. So anyway, look things up, see if it's missing pieces and parts, and that comes into play. I'm going to show you another piece with a missing part in a bit. But anyway, you know, sometimes you gamble, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I think this is a half and half. Like, it's not as good as it could have been, but it's not terrible. So there was that. The other thing, I guess we'll just pop right over to it. The piece that is missing a piece, sort of, kind of. So this is a crystal ice bucket. I thought about leaving it, but it was so pretty. The handle is like a brass. So brass has been selling really well for me lately. I think this is brass. And this is also from Italy. It says at the bottom, it's etched in the bottom, it says made in Italy. So that was really exciting. I looked it up online, and it was Art Murano. So it's not Murano. It's kind of another company that's like in the style of Murano, or maybe it's around the area, but it's not like the artisans of. But it's a company, did I write it down? Linnea Mary Cristal, I think is the company, or Art Murano and then Linnea Mary Cristal. I know that because someone is selling one right now that has the sticker still on it, the sticker that says all those things. But I think this is like a mini ice bucket, and I think it's supposed to have tongs with it, little brass tongs, and there were no brass tongs. The ones selling online are not selling, well, some have tongs, some don't have tongs. I think it would have more value if it did have the tongs. So that's another thing where, you know, I knew going into it, I did look it up, I did see what it was. I did pick it up anyway, just because I thought it was really pretty. I paid $2.99 for this. And, you know, they're not selling for a ton. They're selling for between 10 and 20. Probably make 10 bucks on it, I think. I think I'm going to somehow highlight the brass. And, you know, it's got this cute little crystal on the handle as well. Each side has a little crystal in the center of that S. So it's just a cute piece. So I like that. Okay, so we're getting down to the good stuff shortly here. All right, so I'll show you a couple more things. I picked up this wood spatula. I think it's something called Pakka wood, P-A-K-K-A maybe. The companies that I'm seeing online, they list it looks like it's bamboo, or it's Island Bamboo Company. And you can tell there's other things that are online that are the exact same shape, the exact same cutouts right here, and just different colors for the wood here. And the way they do it is they have thin little sheets of wood that are dyed different colors, and they glue them all together and they make this thick thing, and then they they carve it. I don't know if it's lathing or not, but they create the things, and they make all kinds of things. I have a rolling pin from an artist, Tom Fletcher, maybe? No, that's not it. Tom something. That's vintage, that's actually worth quite a bit of money. But anyway, this guy, I paid 99 cents for it. It's really pretty. And I would say it's probably worth about $10, $9.99. The sets of, I'm seeing sets of 4 for around 40, 4 different utensils together. And the individual utensils are selling right around 10. So anyway, it's different, right? So pick up the weird and the different, because that is what people are looking for. So anywho, there's that guy. All right, we are down to the, oh, I got one more and then we'll show you the good stuff. All right, so that is the pocketwood. All right, so then this one, this might be a good thing too. This is super unique. It is a stained glass, like old school stained glass, leaded glass, little cottage kind of thing. So it's got some little things on that side and on that side. And these things, back when I was a kid, so we're talking a long time ago, they were like little, we used to call them, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. My mom's probably sitting here watching this, yelling at the screen. You know, and I'm having a little lapse at the moment, not thinking of what they were. Not magic rocks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It'll come to me later. Probably in the middle of the night, I'll sit bolt upright. Anyway, it looks like they put a little lollipop on here and a little piece of candy over here. So maybe it's supposed to be a candy dish. And you put the stuff in there and then you put the little lid on. I'm not quite sure what its function is supposed to be. But it's super cute. There is a little crack in it. On this side, right, oops, I'll use 2 hands here. I don't know if you can see it, like right here is a little crack, but it's not seeming to affect anything. I mean, it's still very structurally intact. Pet rocks, telling you, brain not functional. We used to call these little things, I know people had different pet rocks, but we had these tiny little glass bubbles, and I probably still have a dozen of them at home in my childhood bedroom. But so this probably is dated to the 70s, I want to say. Maybe early 80s, probably 70s. Graduated in 80, so 70s. Yeah, so this is an older, definitely older piece. And it's just super cute. Not signed in any way. I don't know anything about it. I can't find anything like it. So I think it's cool. So I paid $3.99 for that. You know, value is in the eye of the purchaser, right? So anywhere between 10 and 25 and maybe more. I don't know how much more because of that crack. So I don't know, a lot of the little stained glass boxes, lidded boxes and stuff are selling about 13, 14, 15, something like that. So I think it'll be in the teens. I don't think it's going to be a huge money maker, but I just thought it was really cool. Definitely one of a kind. All right, so now we are down to my cool finds. Actually, yeah, let's do the coolest, semi-coolest. Oh gosh, no, we're not gonna do that yet. All right, we'll do this one. This one is a ceramic bowl, which I just think is awesome. It is by an artist named Sunny Fletcher, who was quite prolific back around, I can't believe I'm going to say turn of the century, but right around 2000. So this bowl is actually signed Sunny Fletcher 2000. And he does have some other pieces that I can comp to. There's nothing that looks like this. I mean, it looks like he practiced, or she, I don't know, practiced a lot of different techniques. I actually know someone who's a ceramic artist now that has a studio, and they're also experimenting with lots of different techniques. And so right now what's coming out of there is a lot of things that are month to month, just really different looking, different techniques. So I think that's probably what was going on here. This piece is gorgeous. So this is the technique where you put a color down and then you use like tape, like thin pieces of tape to block off your design, and then you paint over the other area, and then you remove the tape. I know this because all of these shapes are raised. The only other way they would do that is if you can like scrape down after you put the color on, but it just doesn't seem like that's what's going on. But anyway, I just think this is amazing. It's a serving bowl. It's just really beautiful. So I paid $4.99 for it. I think it'll sell in the 40s, possibly a little more. So I probably will list it around 49, maybe a little higher. We'll see. See if there's any other comps that come up. The other comp that I saw was in the 40s. So anyway, I just love this bowl. I thought it was amazing. Okay, next cool thing. And this thing is just so cool because it's so old. All right, this is probably the coolest thing. I've got two more things I'm going to show you, but this is probably the coolest thing. This is a cribbage board, okay? It is complete. So it is from, I want to say the 1950s, something like that. It says model 1950, so I don't know if that's the year, but this board is amazing. And what's cool about it, Druki is the brand, and it's got the little compartment here with all the pegs in it, and it looks like whomever had this had the original pegs and then bought more pegs, because there's way more pegs in here than what's supposed to be in here. But here's what's cool. It has the directions, how to use it, and it's got like how to play cribbage, all the different types of games. It's got, I mean, you can just tell by the fonts that this is really old. So what's cool is it says the suggested retail price back in the day was $12 for a hardwood board. This is not even this board, it's for different, so it's like just showing different boards and stuff. And then it says you can buy a package of 6 pegs for 25 cents. And then, yeah, there's all this instruction on how to play, and it's got, oh yeah, it shows all different boards and the suggested retail prices. Just a lot of cool, fun stuff in here. Retail prices, $2.50, $2, oh my gosh. So yeah, this is amazing. So it is definitely a piece of history here. In excellent condition. I don't know what kind of wood it is. It doesn't say. I'll probably polish it up a little bit. I don't know, or at least buff it if nothing else. But yeah, it's complete. It's in its box. The box, this corner of the box is torn, but otherwise in perfect condition. So I'm just like so excited. So that piece I paid $1.99 for. They're selling complete like this 25 to 45. It just depends on the board. It probably depends on the buyer. But any vintage toy or game collector will love this. Anybody who plays cribbage. I don't, so I don't know anything about it. But yeah, that was just really a cool find. Okay, so the other two things are not as cool as that. That's the coolest. But one of the things that I'm going to show you last is the highest value. So one of the things that I saw on a video recently, Kayla, the homeschooling picker, has been talking a lot about pillows and how some of the pillows are worth a lot of money, especially if they're vintage. I don't think these are vintage. I don't know if they're worth any money. So that's why this is not the last thing I'm showing you. But they were really cool, and they're definitely worth more than what I paid for them. So I paid $2.99 each. I got 2 of them. They're something I would keep for myself if I were decorating in these colors. They're just really, really beautiful. I think the selling, basically they're selling anywhere between 15 and 50. So it's really hard to determine a value, but the fabric on these, the quality is amazing on these. There's 2. They don't look like they were used. I mean, they basically sat on someone's sofa to decorate the space. And they're gorgeous. And I don't know, I'm trying to decide if I can find a place to keep them, but I don't think I can. I think I'm going to sell them. Love these. I'm going to dip my toe into pillows and see what happens. You know, again, I'm confident they've been sanitized, and yeah, they're exciting. So that's going to be something new for me. And then I'm going to show you the last thing. Now, this is, again, not the coolest thing, but it's the thing with the most value. It's giant. Do you remember when I had that giant deer pillow and that sold almost immediately? This one is not as cool as that. However, let's see if I can pick him up. This is a giant teddy bear. Giant. He's over 5 feet tall. He's in excellent condition. He's a little floppy. Oh my gosh, he's heavy. He took up almost my whole trunk. He's going to be in a big box, and hopefully I can just keep it pretty light and keep the shipping down. I got to figure out how to compact him as much as possible. I paid $14.99. I definitely paid up for him, but the last 5 listings for this guy, and he's selling fast, it was $45, $49.99. These are solds. 62, 85, 88. Okay, so anywhere between basically 50 and 90 for this guy. Hello. So yeah, being silly. Hello. But yeah, he's kind of awesome. He's a little, oh gosh, he's a little floppy. It looks like some of his stuffing has kind of migrated out of the joints and stuff, but I can probably fluff a little bit, play around a little bit with that, and just get him so he's not quite as floppy in a couple places. But he's got no issues. Like, there's no stains on him. There's no holes in him. There's no nothings. Like, he's great. So I was excited. I walked into the store. This was the first thing I saw. I walked in, and he was basically sitting on a chair, and there was another teddy bear across from him, but that teddy bear had a broken nose. It was a plastic nose. It kind of broke off, and someone glued it back on, so he had to stay there. But I immediately ran and got a cart. Did I carry him up there? I might have carried him up there and stuffed him in the cart. Yeah. So anyway, this is my find of the week, and he'll probably get listed within a week or within this week, because the things that have the high return like that, I like to get listed quickly. And I'm way behind on my listings. I told you that. This video is going way over, so I need to end it. Have a wonderful week, everybody. I will see you next week. Bye.